Hello, everyone. I'm Henry Little, Chief Executive of Opera Rara, and as part of our 2024 Big Give fundraising campaign that supports Opera Rara's work with emerging artists, I'm going to be speaking with some very special singers who have either featured or will feature in one of our future recording projects. Opera Rara's work with emerging artists goes right back to our beginnings in 1970, when Opera Rara was deliberately very committed to helping young, talented artists at the beginning of their career make their very first studio recordings. And here I'm joined by the soprano Ellie Neate. Ellie is indeed making her first studio opera recording with Opera Rara. But those of you who don't know Ellie will remember her, I'm sure, from the Disney TV series The Rivals, where her beautiful singing features throughout the entire series. So Ellie, welcome to Opera Rara. It's wonderful to have you with us today. You're a recent graduate of the Guildhall School of Music and Drama. You've made some very exciting and auspicious debuts recently, to name a few, with English National Opera, Opera North, and she is soon to make her Scottish opera debut later this year. You're going to be featured, I'm delighted to say, on one of our Salon Concert series later this year, a recital on the 25th of March at the World Heartbeat Embassy Garden Studio in South London. And you're also going to feature on a very exciting upcoming studio recording opera project with Opera Rara. And the details of that are going to be announced very soon. So please stand by for further news about that. So Ellie, it's wonderful to have you with us today. And let me start by asking you, what makes Opera Rara an attractive option for you at this stage in your career?
Um, well, one thing I've noticed about Opera Rara is the kind of wholehearted love of the repertoire and commitment to the scores that they perform. The standard of music making is just phenomenal. I love the attention to detail, but I think they're really good at keeping the sense of drama and life in the music. And it's kind of a big commitment from the singers to learn the score so well, and I find that really exciting. I think we're so lucky that Opera Rara exists, and that they do this great work of kind of unearthing treasures in the repertoire, and that we get to hear these gems that we might not otherwise get to hear. I really love history, and I find it so exciting to hear music that might not have been heard for, say, kind of 100 or 200 years. And I think that's really special.
That's wonderful. When you join Opera Rara, I like to think that you're joining part of a family. We are, as I think you've said, a very small community compared to a much larger opera house, for example. What does it mean to you to be part of that Opera Rara artistic family?
Um, well, obviously, as you said, it's my kind of first recording project, and it's a kind of really exciting career step for me. But kind of when I think of the sort of overwhelmingly impressive group of singers that have recorded with Opera Rara, and when I think of the history of who's come before, it's obviously really daunting, but also really exciting, and certainly will be the highlight of my career so far. And I think what makes the Opera Rara family so special is it's not just the singers. You've got such an amazing team of musicologists and conductors, and kind of this massive group, well, small group of people, but who are really committed to this music and have this kind of deep passion for what they're doing. And it's really a treat that as a young singer, I can come into that family and be part of that.
I think that's wonderful, and I hope that that, if you like, soft mentoring will really kind of have its impact on you, as indeed it has on so many young talented singers making their first recordings with Opera Rara. So that's very exciting. Tell me what you hope to get out of the experience. What are you looking for on the other side?
Well, I would say that career-wise, it obviously feels like this big, exciting step. And I hope that doing a song recital with such a kind of prestigious company will open doors in that avenue. But one thing I've really noticed is spending this kind of focused time with Italian repertoire of the kind of 19th and 20th century has kind of sparked this love, which I kind of suspected that I had, but it's really confirmed that for me. And it's such an interesting time in the world and in the musical world. And it's really great as a young singer to have the backing that, yes, your voice is supposed to be doing the thing that you think it's supposed to be doing. Sometimes it's really easy to just sing kind of what you're given or sing what you're told to sing. But I think there comes a point where it's really good thing to kind of choose what kind of makes your heart sing, so to speak. If you're gonna make the work that is the work you should be making, that's your best work.
I love that phrase you just used, make your heart sing. I think that, goes to the heart of, what you as singers are all trying to do is, singing from that amazing emotional core that we find is terrific music. Tell us what you're doing currently and tell us where people can hear you sing next.
So recently I've just got back from Opera North, where I've been covering in A Midsummer Night's Dream and The Magic Flute.
Mm-hmm.
In a couple of weeks, I'm going back to the English National Opera to cover Mabel in The Pirates of Penzance, which should be good fun. And then I'll be back at Opera North next in the new year for The Magic Flute Light, which is a kind of shortened version, maybe particularly suitable for families. And then I'll be doing a very long tour of The Merry Widow with Scottish Opera, and that will be touching down at Opera Holland Park for a short run there. And then I'm doing some more Mozart later this summer, but that's still under wraps for now.
Well, that's a very, very busy and exciting schedule, and I wish you all success with it, as I'm sure you will enjoy great success with all of those various projects. Ellie, thank you very much for joining the interview and for making the time to be with us today to talk to our audience about our Big Give campaign, championing emerging artists.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
So you can find out more about Ellie's various performances up and down the country by visiting her website, www.ellieneate.com, where you can see her various performance dates and schedules over the next few months. But for now, I want to ask you to please support Opera Rara's 2024 Big Give campaign, championing emerging artists, and I would invite you to donate today. You can find out more at www.opera-rara.com/big-give-2024. And we've included that link in the description or the comments below. Thank you once again for supporting the recording debuts of so many incredible young emerging artists like Ellie.
Please support Opera Rara's 2024 Big Give campaign.